Hello, my lovelies. Jenny O here, the author with no last name. And you might recognize this. This is Calico. Now, on December 22nd, Calico released the Pawsome edition, which has some new features to it. So, before we get into some Let's Plays of the new mini games, I thought I would give a quick tour of the kitchen and the new decorating features here in your cafe. So this is Clem. You might remember Clem. She was the character I was using during my Let's Play. And Clementine now has orangey hair, so she kind of looks like an orange raspberry sherbet sundae here. My favorite Sunday best awesome outfit here. So as you can see, there has been a new decorating feature added to the cafe. You can now put wallpaper and put a color around your floor. So what you do is you go into the furniture control, which is on the computer is F, and then what you do is you right click. And this will bring up the wallpaper and the floors. So you can choose your designs, any of the designs you've unlocked. So you could be hearts, and I got it on white right now. You can have strawberries. You can use any of your potion designs. You can use your you can put cupcakes on the wall. Basically, if you've unlocked the design, you can use it on your wall. So we could put in a sundae. But because this is Clementine and I'm using the citrus set, I love the citrus set, I tend to stay with the oranges on my walls. And then you can go here and you can, you could mess with the color gradients and make it, a 1950s rad thing. Or you can, change they have rotation randomness, which I don't always need to use. You can change the spacing so you can to make them bigger or smaller, or you can change the scale of it so you can make it a nice, like a really big print, or stick with the smaller print. I can't remember what my scale was. I think I had my scale all the way up and just was choosing to keep that low. And then on the floor, you can choose a design. The default design is a stripe. So if you want the stripe to be the same colors, basically if you want a solid floor with the stripe, you have to create your design color and your background color to be as close as you can possibly get. But you can also put, let's go back a second and change the background color just so we can see kind of what's going on. Let's see, it's supposed to be like a kind of a pastel red. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that works. So C to close out of that. I've got it special on C. You might have it on something else like escape or P. But here you can change up the design by, you can have X's, you can have diamonds. Once again, it's basically just the same as your walls. You can pretty much make them whatever you want as long as you've unlocked the design through the game. So I have come through and done it in a whole brand new playthrough. So I actually kind of like that. So we're going to keep it at this. It's an X, but it creates kind of like this checker pattern on the floor. I like that a little bit. So let's keep that for now. I might change my mind later. And then to get out of it, you right click again. And then, so everything else is pretty much the same as it was before. So let's click out of here and go into my kitchen. I love putting the brick on the floor of my kitchen. You can do that, or you can try to put the paws, I guess. But I have just done that a little bit. Oh, and with the furniture, you can actually place pieces of furniture on top of other pieces of furniture. Now, they don't have a lot of items quite yet to, you know, make it worth your time, but I did put this little garbage pan up here on the counter next to the fridge, so, you know, it wouldn't be in my way. But so here's our new kitchen. So we have a new fridge, we have some new bookshelves, and they've rearranged the counter space a little bit. The, you know, the stove still has hearts on it, but here we can see up on, we have some new shelves. One of them looks a little empty right now. We have some cupboards, and we have so over here in this corner looks like a coffee machine, and then over here, up in here, there's a new mixer, and you can see a big pot there and some jars, and they've added some like decorations on the wall on this side. So if you like, I would put in like the paw prints going up the side of the wall here if you like to do that too. It's now, you know, you'll be putting them probably behind these pictures or something, but we have a broom, we have some picture frames, and we actually have some pot holders too here on the wall, and you don't have any control over these, they're just up here. So, but that's not the only thing that's changed in the kitchen. So I'm gonna go in and enter it here to make some cookies, just to show you what some of the stuff is going on in the kitchen. So now you can see over here on our instructions, it's telling me collect ingredients and toss them into the cauldron. But we're not going to be worried about that right now. I just want to show you around the kitchen and where you're going to be going when you're putting ingredients into the cauldron in those type of games. So we have a bunch of spoons now lying on the counter, and they have little fulcrums, which is very useful. So you get close to the spoon, and your jump interface will come up to tell you that you can jump on these, and they're going to take you up to the shelf. Now, when we were in the small kit, when we were big, we didn't see anything on the shelf. But this shelf up here has your cinnamon, your chocolate, your yeast, your vanilla, has the tea and the coffee, and a bowl of fruit. Just this decorative bowl of fruit here that you can jump in. So if you come down here, that's as high as you can go. You can't go any higher than that. Then over here we have this other spoon, and this spoon is really cool because it jumps you all the way down to the other end of the counter to make things a lot faster. Pawsome, what are you doing over there on the counter? He's just kind of like staring up at the wall. And here's a spoon on the very end that jumps you into the fridge. How cool is that? So if you look in the fridge, you can see up here on the top shelf, we have some sandwich fixings, like slices of tomatoes and cheese and pickles and lettuce and stuff. And then here on the bottom shelf, we have our cream cheese, our cream, our milk, a stick of butter, a whole bunch of eggs, and some strawberries. So what's cool is you don't have to jump these ingredients over one by one. What you can do is you can tell with the physics, because down here on the floor is a group of mice with a trampoline, and they will jump out and they will grab these eggs and stuff for you, and they will bounce them over to the other counter. So come back, Eggie. So you can do that with the with everything. And I mean, if you want to grab the last one and you don't want to bounce it, so you want to pick up the milk, and you've hit space in this, and it's gonna take you all the way back to the other end of the counter. Right? We got some eggs and stuff. So we're going to leave the milk there for now. So let's go over here. And over here, I noticed this is really easy to miss. Even though you got the little pause on the screen to tell you where to go, this is actually really easy to miss. So over here by the window is a little box, and this is an elevator. And it takes you up to the cupboard. And now, you know, the cupboard is open. And this cupboard has your flour, your sugar, your oil, and your salt. So you can basically, what you can do is you pick up the flour and you can jump it off, whee, and you would pour it into the you would click it to pour it into the cauldron, and then depending on how you feel about a messy counter, because things kind of just appear on these counters. So I usually just run back to the elevator, and you can take the ingredient back up to the elevator, drop it into the cupboard again, and pick up the next one, jump down, that type of thing, just to make your life a little easier. And if you are holding something and you end up into the cauldron, you'll just bounce around. Isn't that fun? Sometimes if you're not holding anything, you will swim and you can jump out, see, and do that. And if you fall off the counter, thank you. If you fall off the counter, the mice will find you and bounce you back up to the counter. So if you want to end become big, you can continue, you can finish it for me, and it does let you go into your regular settings menu with the inverting cameras, the white language and the quality and everything. It doesn't let you go into the menu where you are choosing your keys, but it will let you go into that settings menu, and you can have it they can finish it for you, where you won't get any bonus for it, because now we have it is timed. You do have times, and the faster you do it, the more bonuses you get and the more money you can get for them. So you can say, finish it for me, or quit the recipe. So I'm going to have it finish it for me. They were stale anyway, it doesn't really matter. So, and hit finish, which for me is P, because I changed that due to Freecam. So that is our new kitchen. That is our new, just the new way to decorate your house. Just putting in the wallpaper in your rug or your floor. I do notice right now, unless I do a small patch, that if you try to go up here and you want to put a rug on the upper floor, which tab, go over here to your furniture. Let's say I want to put in a citrus rug up here, a citrus carpet like I have downstairs. What happens is, I think something went wrong with the X and Y on the layers for the new rug system, or for the new floor system up here on the top floor. It's just probably up 1 pixel or so too high. So your rugs are just going to disappear, and you can try layering them, and I did try layering them, and it didn't help anything. So I think it's just a little glitch. If somebody wants to report it, that's fine. There's some other glitches that they've had to work on first, I think. But that's just a little glitch, space stored away. Get back out of the furniture. And there are new animals that you can find around in Heart Village. If you are, looking for them, obviously you've been seeing my owl walking around. His name is Hoots. He's from the Snowball Mountains. There's a goat in Cutie City, because of course goats will eat anything. And there's a cow, a new sheep, just some very basic farm animals, an alpaca here. So some very basic farm animals for you to find running around, and an owl for Owl Club, thank God, finally, to find in the game. And I'm not going to tell you exactly where they are everywhere, but they are there in the game to find. Alright, so next time, what I'm going to do, what I plan on doing here, is I want to go through each of the recipes and do the mini games, because as you can see, there are instructions on the side of the screen, but they're not all as intuitive as I think they meant them to be. So some things do need like a little explanation. So I just want to go through all the recipes really quick, and except the flan. I can't figure out the flan, but maybe by the time we get to it, somebody else will have at least managed to figure out the controls for me. Or I'll have been set here 2 hours or so before I figure something out. I don't know if it's glitched or if I just don't know what's going on. So I'm just going to go through the recipes. But because they're timed, because they're new, it's going to take at least, some of them are going to take 10 minutes. The tart takes at least 25 minutes, depending on how good you are at pool. So that is, I'll be putting those up as soon as I can. Maybe one a day or so. I don't know, but that is the plan. So welcome back to Calico. Thanks for listening. Take care of yourselves, my lovelies. Bless, and I will see you in the next video.